hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be setting up my 2023 reading journal. So this one is the same one that I used for 2022 because I didn't start it at the beginning of the year, and I've just recently started to sort of penciling in some of the things that I want for this year. So I'm probably going to do all the penciling in now, and then I will try and record like a semi time lapse and a voiceover of me actually filling it out and putting all the spreads and stuff. And yeah, I'm so excited. Hello, so this is my cover page. So I decided to do just 2023, and I tried to do this sort of like a fancy looking border. I don't really know, I did it in silver, like the outline and the number. It doesn't really show up that well on camera, but it does look quite nice. And then I put a quote from my favorite book ever, Lie With Me, and I can't actually see what's happening underneath the thing, but I think it goes like, I said why me, and then he says because you don't know that you're different and stuff, and then he adds something that will stay with him forever, because you will leave and we will stay. And then how these words have they show such inferiority but love as well. And this is from my favorite book ever. I absolutely love it. Philippe Besson's Lie With Me. 100% recommend it. It's my favorite book ever. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then I decided to add a bit of gold to the title because I thought it looked a bit not really that nice. So I wrote 2023 in cursive and then reading journal at the top. And then this is my shelfie. So last time I only did it on one page, and I only had one square width for each book, and it was really difficult to actually write in them. So I decided to do it over 2 pages this time, and I thought I'd do these sort of slightly more fancy bookshelves, where they're sort of hanging over. I think that's quite nice. Obviously I know a lot of my journal isn't that artistic. It's sort of because I'm not really that talented in art, but it's just to, I don't know, make it look a bit nice. And then I added a cactus and some other flowers on the top, and a little quote from Nelson Mandela about the power of education in the bottom. And then I have my key. So I usually use 0.25 star rating, so that's why I did the first one 1 to 2.5, 1 to 2.25, sorry, 2.5 to 3, 3.25 to 3.75, 4, 4.25, 4.5, 4.75, and 5 star. And all the 4 star ratings are in blue, and 5 is for purple. So if I see a book that is blue or purple, then I know it's a book that I liked. So then I just drew out the different books. I don't know how many I've got on there. I think I counted about just over 100. So I hopefully should have enough for the whole year, unless I go off on one again. But I think I really like it. I know they're obviously not the most pretty or anything, but I thought they are quite practical. And I have enough space to write the whole title, and then obviously colour it in with my brush pens in a certain rating that it is. And yeah, so I'm just writing it, and then I thought it looked quite plain, so I thought I would add a colour on the bookshelves, and I wanted to go with brown. And I keep flicking the page over to make sure it's not bleeding through, and thankfully it didn't, because this paper is not too bad. My bullet journal I got from Flying Tiger Copenhagen. I think it was £4 or £5, so it's quite a reasonably priced one, and it is quite good quality, and I do really like it. So because it's my sort of my second year, but it's sort of like my first full year doing it. I didn't want to like spend like a lot of money on one. And then this is my monthly statistics page. So I have the month, the number of books I read, the number of pages, the average rating, the average core pile rating, which is another rating system I use. How many books I hauled and how many books I unhauled in the month, and then obviously each month. And yeah, I like how it turned out. And then underneath it, I've sort of got like a booktube growth tracker that I thought I'll try out this year. And basically there's a square for each month, and then it's split into like two halves, one for subscribers and one's for like how many videos I upload. So I hope to like hopefully see some growth, and just I don't know, I thought it would be like quite a fun thing to maybe track and see like maybe which month was my best or something, just for my personal like enjoyment really. And then this big square is for my personal mood tracker. It's something that I did this year in another like journal thing that I sort of started, but because I don't really plan to be using that again, so I thought I wanted to just add it in my reading journal. And basically I have 2 columns for each month sort of thing, and then I have 31 going down the side, so for each day of the month. And then I have like a key of like a good day, like a meh day or a bad day, and then I have sort of like AM PM for each side of the thing. But I don't know if I'm necessarily going to use it like that. It's probably just more like just split the day into 2, and then I just sort of like to see like how my mood was in certain days or something. So it's just for my own like tracking, I guess, of my like mood throughout the year. And then now I am going on to my Goodreads like goal, which a lot of book journalers have in their one. I was kind of confused on like what I should actually put for my like goal. I've decided to go with 60 books because when I first started going into reading about March time, I had my goal set at 10, and then I doubled it to 20 when I got there. And then I doubled that to 40, and I've surpassed it. Like I'm on 97 now, so I do feel like I would quite like to set a goal for like maybe like 100, but just in case I don't, I would rather set it lower. And I do plan to read some more bigger books this year, so I don't want to like have like a lot of pressure on myself. And I feel like 60 is like a really really like big goal for me personally. So although it might be like less for some and like really really big for others, I feel like it is something I hope to attain. But most of the challenges are all sort of just like something to push me to read more, and I don't really want to get like bogged down into stressing over them, because I read to get away from stress. So I wrote out the numbers. I wrote 15 and 45 in silver pen and 30 and 60 in gold pen to signify like the quarter and like halfway through sort of ones, and then obviously the other numbers in there. And then now I'm doing a little like a tracker for I wanted to make it sort of like 3D ish, and this is for me to read a certain type of book, or like just to fit that genre throughout the year. So I've got a book that is either featuring queer characters or written by a queer author, a classic, I wrote 600 plus book, but I'm actually going to change it to 400 plus afterwards, because 600 plus is in something else. So yeah, and I've also got a classic, I think, and author and a BIPOC author. And a non-fiction book. And then I have sort of like my key of the different genres, which I will be using for the Goodreads tracker on the side. I sort of like mess this up a bit because I don't really know how to group them, because I only have 8 brush pens. So I've sort of got like historical, contemporary, classic, LGBTQ plus. I've added young adult and child and middle grade together. Got romance, fantasy, mystery, horror, non-fiction, and something that I can't remember now. But I sort of like mess up a little bit, but it doesn't really matter that much. I feel like whatever the book is mostly, I will just colour it in that colour. So if it's like a contemporary romance, I'll probably colour it in contemporary because I prefer the colour purple, and I mostly read contemporaries. So now this is my book bingo challenge, which I'm really excited to start doing. So I just sort of like, I sort of done this on the whim, but also like looking at designs. So I've got like a reread, book in a day, a short story collection, disabled rep, poetry, trans, award winner, 600 plays plus, 2023 release, a friend rec, a book that was published the year I was born, 1999, a banned book, and then I was trying to think what the last spot to fill, and I went with, I cannot remember now because I just went past it too quickly, but you'll see at the end, I think. Yeah, sorry about that. This is my 23 in 2023. I'll be uploading a separate video where I fill out this, just detailing my like most anticipated 23 reads of the year, and they're not going to be ones that are like come out in 2023. They're just books that I want to read in that year. And I sort of messed up in the corner bit, but I thought I'd just add a little bit of washi tape and a little like flower sticker just to make it look nice. And now this is my Read the Rainbow challenge. So I've got like 20, I think, 5, 10, yeah, 20 different colours, and it's either if the book cover is that certain colour or the colour is in the title of the book, and I'll just stick a little picture of that book there. And then on the other side I've got the Buzzwordathon challenge, which is hosted by Books and Lala here on YouTube, and then each book will like have to like fill that certain prompt, and yeah. And now this is a challenge that I thought looks quite fun. It's called Lifetime of Reading. So you basically read a book that has like it's an adult book with like a child protagonist, different genre, different generations, teens, 90s, 100s, 20s, 80s, 30s, 70s, 40s, several decades, 60s and 50s. And then I sort of done like a tree growth, like a tree like split, and then I would plan to like write the actual title of the book around the side, and I sort of like tried to colour it in. It doesn't really look that good, but it's not too bad. I feel like it just adds a little bit of extra colour, and I quite like it. I think it's quite fun. And yep, and then now I've got my A to Z challenge, which is quite self-explanatory. You read a book that starts with that letter of the alphabet. At the moment for 2022, I think I've only got about 5 left, but I'm not prioritizing finishing it because I have other books that are more important than ones to finish that, but whatever. It's just a fun challenge just to try, and if you're like struggling for a book to think of to read, then you can just pick one that like fits that prompt or something. Just that's sort of what the main purpose of the challenges are. They're not to sort of like stress me out or like make me like force my reading. It's just to give me options, and then if I can complete a certain one, then it'll just be an added bonus. And then this is my setup for my Les Misérables challenge, which I'm really, really excited to start. It's basically you read a chapter of Les Mis every day of the year, because there is 365 chapters. So I thought I'd draw a little like calendar on the side, and then I will like colour it in. I'm not sure what colours I will use. I was thinking maybe to do like a whole like French flag, sort of like a big one, sort of like, or something like that, because I do not know. Or I might just like colour it in if I read that day, and then if not, then not. And then I've sort of got like little boxes where I'm going to rewrite in sort of like my updates. So I've got one for like every day, every month of the year, January through December. I've got the other ones on the other side. And then I had this little like Eiffel Tower that I wanted to put on the side, because obviously it is set in Paris, and I thought it looked quite sweet. And I also messed up a little bit, so that's why I put a bit of washi tape on there. But I really, really like how this these spreads came out. They're not the most artistic, but they're quite practical, and I'm happy with them either way. So then I've got the other last 4 remaining months, and then a little space at the bottom that is a bit bigger for me to write my whole review. And yeah, I really love how this came out. And then I'm doing my reading log, so I've got the title of the book, the author, the rating I gave it, and then the core power rating I got from doing that. I have left space for like 3 of these pages just in case I need to go over to them, which I have done in this year. And then because I like to break it up, I just thought I'd like colour in each other line just to make it a bit more colourful and break up the text. And then here I've got space where I'm going to put like each of the books I've read, the little covers. And then this is a spread I really like. This is my book bracket. So I've got the book for like the box for the shortlist. So I will pick my two favourite books from each month, and then I will whittle that down by like 3 to 8 books that will go to the quarterfinals, and then 4 books in the semis, and then 2 in the actual final, and then the final book cover will be at the bottom, which will be the best book of 2023. And I really like how this came out. I'm super excited to fill in this year's one, which will be coming in a video soon. And yeah, and then these are my spreads for my book awards, which is something that I haven't filled in yet this year, but I should be doing that soon, so stay tuned for that. And basically I have 18 boxes, so 18 different awards. I will put near the top of the box what the award is, and then I'll put the cover of the winner, and then the 3 other nominees. And these will be sort of like the best contemporary, the best writing, the most beautiful cover, or different awards basically. And I thought it'd be something fun that I'm gonna film soon, hopefully this year, and then again for next year. And I really like how it turned out. Yeah, I know I messed up a little bit on one of them, but whatever, I'll try and fix it, maybe some Tipp-Ex or extra paper or something. And yeah, and then this is just a little flip through of my finished setup. I really love my book shelfie spread. I have so much space now. I use my statistics, where hopefully that will look quite colourful on the side and things. And this is obviously my Goodreads 60, my genre tracker, and to read more books. My book bingo, and I don't know how I'm gonna fill it in. I think I might do maybe a brush cross or something. Read the Rainbow and Buzzwordathon reading challenges, lifetime of reading, and the A to Z challenge. So colourful, I love it. My Les Misérables challenge. I love the corner of the little Eiffel Tower. I think it just looks so sweet. And then my reading log, which I really enjoy filling out. Obviously I've got space for that, for more pages of it. If not, then I could just put a quote or something. And then this would be all the books I've read. So I've got up to 60 already, and then I have left another space in case I do read up to 100. My book bracket. I cannot wait to film this year's one. I think I know what's going to win, but still. And then my book awards, my 3 pages of that. And that is the end. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.